Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Drawn to Life. In the last part we cleared the 4th level of the Snowgate, and now we're actually stopping by Isaac's shop so I can buy our first major ability, the Flip. Now I don't start using this until I think sometime into World 2, but the way that you use most abilities is by some inputs along with the X button. The Flip you have to be jumping and then press the X button. It doesn't seem like it should, but it actually does damage to enemies. I think it does 2 compared to the normal attacks is 1, I think, keyword. If it isn't good old Taba.
Hey, Mayor. Don't suppose there's a spot for me in the village. I'm sorry for leaving, but you ran out of food and Chef Cookie closed up. Wait, I spelled barbecue banya. Cookie's back?
He sure is. His restaurant should be opening up soon. Where is your brother, Bubba?
He's... I don't know. I sort of lost him. I was hoping he'd be here, but I guess not.
Well, I'm sure he will show up eventually. And Bartleby, once again you came through for us. You found all 4 of the pieces for the Rain Cloud page. Let me place it back in the Book of Life. There we go, just like before. Now it's up to the creator to draw us some menacing clouds. And now we need to draw a rain cloud. I believe when I did this, I intended to make it fairly similar to the actual rain cloud I use as a platform in the stages, but actually, you know, better. Better shading, actual rain added onto it. The main thing I had to think about with this was how to make it menacing. So, as most menacing things have, I added frowny face. And now that's what's going to be raining above us every day. Or, not every day, but you get what I mean. How about a unique color for the raindrops? Okay, that's raining piss. So no. That's raining ecto-cooler, so no. That's... okay, that's blood. That's purple Kool-Aid. Let's just go with normal blue water, because otherwise I feel like I'm being rained on with poison. Bartleby, look! It's raining! The cloud and rain should provide some relief from the sun. Can you go thank Mari? After all, it was her idea to get the rain cloud page. She's been spending time in Creation Hall recently. Alright, let's go see her over at Creation Hall. That's just to the north of us, and she's going in. Alright, I guess you automatically follow her, by the way. I actually don't think you can enter Creation Hall's actual area normally. Hi, Bartleby. I didn't see you come in. I saw the rain clouds up in the sky. I bet the villagers will be happier now. Hi, Dad. I see Bartleby found you. Yeah, I was just about to ask him about this strange book I found. It's a diary written by the previous mayors, before Creation Hall was sealed. Each mayor approaching the end of their life would record the village's history. And then came Wilfra, and with the Creation Hall sealed off, I figured I would never have a chance to record my story. I'm glad you found it. Anyway, I've spoken with Isaac, Cookie, and Farmer Brown. With their endorsement, I've decided it's time for you to start your training. 7 generations of our family have led this village. You will be the 8th, and a fine mayor you'll make. Wow, I don't know, Dad. Are you feeling okay? I still have some years to go, but eventually someone will need to take my place. Well, I'll do my best, I guess. That's my little Rappo. We'll hold a festival soon to celebrate. The festival has been village tradition since before your Rat Poppy was mayor. I'll see you around. Me? The mayor? What do you think, Bartleby? I do think she'll do great, but it'll be a tough job to make up to, especially considering how her dad is. Yeah, it might be hard. I need to think more about this. See you later. Alright, later. I think that's also the last time we see the inside of Creation Hall in the storyline. Odd. And now we need to immediately go find her. Anyway, well, thankfully, there's not much for us to explore the villa. Oh, there she is already. Hey, Joey. Oh, hey, Mari. What's up? Not much. My dad just had a talk with me. Oh, that's cool. Have you seen Bartleby around? I've been trying to convince Bartleby to take me along on an adventure. Anyway, my dad... Maybe you could help me find Bartleby. Think about how fun it would be. You are an idiot. Oh my god, Joey. Hey, I bet you can tag along too. Joey, never mind. Hey, Mari. It's Bartleby. Come on, Bartleby. Let me come with you on your next adventure. Oh, you idiot. Oh, and look what's happening now. You've done well. I guess I underestimated you. I hear the mayor escaped thanks to you, Bartleby. Anyway, I've come for the Book of Life. You wish. Bartleby's gonna deal with you right now. Will he? I guess I have no choice. I have a little surprise for your village. Enjoy. Such a sweet little Rappo. I'll be coming back for your poppy soon. Ah, that's a sound effect. What the Rappo's going on? I have no idea. Bartleby, find the mayor, and quick. Alright, well, it's a good thing the mayor's just down here like he always is. You're here. We have a major problem on our hands. Frostwind is awake. You can hear it roar from here. Legend says it sleeps on snowy Snow Mountain, just past Snow Lake. It's only a matter of time before it breaks through the World Gate. Please hurry. You need to stop it before it gets here. And it's time for our first boss fight. And it's also probably, yeah, I'd say it's my least favorite boss. No, my thoughts on the bosses in this game are complicated. Also, the rain just disappears when you use the thing. Ah, layering. And keep in mind this pattern for later, because this is generally how most roads are going to lay out in terms of levels, level amounts, rather. Ah, happy music for this. I don't know why I was doing that. Hello? Anyone here? Oh, that's a pretty intimidating roar, actually. Hello? Oh my, I was not expecting a dragon.
Weak little hero, your time is at its end. Feel my wrath.
Frostwind, by the way, is one of the few things I know of that got really changed from beta to current. He had two different body segments that would alternate. He actually had, I think, an unused sprite of him looking up, and his tail looked entirely different. Which I think implies he was maybe supposed to be a somewhat normal enemy. Either way, Frostwind himself is divided up into two sections, as most bosses in this game actually are. The first one is us just running away from him like so. It's an auto-scroller, essentially. You actually don't need to damage him until he's in a section like that, because otherwise you won't be able to really get through him and jump to the other platform. When you're in these scrolling sections, I think the only purpose of actually shooting him is to slow him down so he doesn't try to take a chomp out of you. Because his HP bar actually isn't even considered in the game's programming at the moment. It's not until the next section where that happens. For some reason, I always think you should be able to ground pound him, but I think I'm actually thinking of a later boss fight when I say that. I believe that was actually his last jump, which we're going to shoot him once more, and then we'll be followed by one more minor chase before heading on to the actual section of the boss. Now, something for some reason I swear this game does, even though I don't think it actually does, you know what I mean? Is that I think each of the bosses have their own version of a boss theme. By that I mean I think it's the same melody, just with minor instrumentation differences, but even then, I'm not entirely sure about that. And another part of me is doubting that's even a thing. I might be thinking of another game when I say that. That's a Raposa. Oh well, the actual boss fight begins, as you can tell, because we actually now have his HP bar. At this point, he becomes a bit more trivial, honestly. He'll do more damage to me here, but honestly, you don't really have to worry about much. That Raposa will throw down ammo and health in the case you need it. What we need to do here is when he's firing his icicle is out, when he's that low, shoot him and then ground pound him. You'll do about 1/4 of his HP. He likes to jump from one side of the platform to the other, firing a couple icicles while doing so, and he can do that, I think, several times in a row, depending on what his pattern's feeling like, but the only thing you really need to do is make sure you hit his face. I think he can just jut right out of the hole and then fire a single icicle followed by him sinking back in. But that's a rare thing. He can also try to bite you, but he only does that when you're close to him. And honestly, that's probably an attack you actually want to see if you're around my point in the stage, because that means he's much more open to attack. Frostwind is not a very bad boss, although I do think in this boss's case in particular, that first section drags on a bit, mostly due to a lack of things to do. But that's my main complaint with World 1 in general anyway. So I don't really have much to say otherwise about him. Like his sprite work, though. Mind you, saying that the sprite work in a drawn-to-life game, or game by these developers in particular for the most part, is good is more or less a given. It's kind of like Sonic games and good music. It just kind of always happens. When he's on his last hit point, he gets a bit more aggressive. But honestly, it doesn't last long enough to really make a difference. Oh, that's just insult to injury, having a child stand on you after you're dead. But yeah, that's Frostwind. Not a very bad boss. The entirety of World 1, not too interesting, but it's to get you started, more or less. The boss is the best part. Not fart. Hello there, child.
What the Rappo is that? It looks like a Raposa.
Yeah, a killer robot Raposa.
You're both terrible. The poor thing is scared.
You're right, Mari.
So, what's your name, little Rappo?
Ah, a mute. She seems normal enough. Kinda quiet, though.
Hey, where are you going?
The shaking stopped, so I guess you took care of Frostwind?
Where did you pick up that strange little Rappo?
I handled Frostwind, and I think her name is Heather. How did she tell us that? I'm going with that anyway, but where the hell did we get that information from?
What? Her name is Heather? What a strange name. We should probably go find her.
Heather is hiding in the village. Go find Heather. Thankfully, the village is rather short, and it's kind of easy to spot her due to her, well, weird half-shadow, half-charred face. I don't know what they're actually supposed to convey with that in terms of the actual sprite work. Kind of cute, though. Mind you, this entire game's adorable. Gotcha! Aren't you going to run away again?
I think she likes you. Heather, if you're going to stay in the village, you need to behave yourself. Understood? All right, then. Joy will keep an eye on you from now on.
What?
Bartleby, I'll meet you at the Eastern Path.
Why the Eastern Path? Not gonna tell us until we get there, are we? Alright. What you got?
This road leads to the eastern section of our village. Perhaps the path is clear to the village gate. Village forest gate, rather. Sorry, I tend to skip words every now and then. I do that, I'm old. Tap the eternal flame and clear the grey clouds, Bartleby. I'm calling a village meeting to decide our next steps. Visit me at Village Hall when the darkness is gone.
Alright. So yeah, if you couldn't figure it out based on the fact that they said the shadows were creeping when we got Wilfra's backstory, this little area we've been calling the village so far is not the entire village. It is 1/4 of it. And we're going to be clearing the rest of it as we go through the game. Now it's time for us to do the southeastern portion. So let's just clear these gray clouds as usual. Thankfully, they don't make you clear the entire section. Once we clear the pathway, the rest is assumed cleared off screen. So let's go see the mayor now. My wife and kid can't sleep a wink with this here sun out all the time. Pony crop ain't doing so well neither. I appreciate the sun and all, but we could use some night around here.
Well, I've heard the same thing from other villagers. The creator just cleared the way to the eastern part of the village, and that means Bartleby can use the village forest gate. The night sky page should be somewhere in the Twilight Wood.
Sounds good. Have we decided on when to hold the village festival? Mari, I found a great gift in my shop for you.
Oh, wow, thanks. We'll hold the festival soon. I need to arrange some music. And I'll work with Chef Cookie on them bounty cake. Very good. Bartleby, we need some time to prepare for the village festival. Why don't you explore the eastern part of our village?
Okay. Why was Joey there? Where are you going? Joey? Let's go explore the eastern half, I suppose. There actually isn't much over here, partially because we just haven't rescued Raposa, that technically denizen this area yet, but also just because you just don't have access to all of it. Like with the first section, there is darkness still covering certain parts of it, but the path is clear to the forest. What are you two doing? This is my big chance. The festival's coming up, and they're gonna start training Mari to be mayor. I need to get her something amazing, better than what Isaac found. Mari loves flowers. The best flowers grow in Twilight Wood. She'll be so impressed when I give her one. Heather, keep watch. I won't be long. Head in, grab a flower, then come back. Joey. Heather, why'd you let that happen? You're not going to be speaking to me anyway, damn it. And you might notice, we still can't open the gate. We should probably go tell Mari and the mayor what just happened. Also, it's surprising how much emotion they can actually convey through those little emoticon bubbles. Because even though the sprites themselves are also very expressive, though it helps given the... It just helps convey more emotion for some reason. And I like that they are able to do that with so little, all things considered. Hi, Bartleby. What you up to? Joey took a vacation or Joey's gone? I like Joey's gone! Gone? Where? He just snuck into the Twilight Wood? Bartleby, you have to save him. The Twilight Wood stretches high into the sky. You won't get very far without some wings. Ah, here you go, right from the Book of Life, a template for wings. Creator, would you design them? Alright, now we need to design what is technically, aside from the snowshooter, our first accessory. Every world basically has a unique accessory that helps your mobility in some way. It's the wings for World 2. And for this design, I kind of went with generic demon wings to kind of go with the aesthetic of the Dark Knight. Honestly, though, now I look at these. These wouldn't look too out of place on Jedha from Darksiders. In terms of things you need to keep in mind for them, the little middle box is where they'll be generally folding in terms of flapping. So if you're trying to design something that flaps really well, make sure you keep that in mind. I want to say I did really well, though I'm not sure if I actually technically made them backwards. I may have accidentally made them backwards, knowing me, but you don't need to worry about it too much. I think they look pretty good, all things considered. Those wings should work well. One final word of advice. Your snowballs won't be of any use in the Twilight Wood. You should speak with Isaac and see what he can do with your snowshooter and ammo. Okay, then. Hello, Isaac. Also, with that whole thing with Joey being jealous of Isaac, I'm not sure if they're supposed to be the same age. Hello, Bartleby. So this is about your snowshooter? Your snowshooter won't be useful in the Twilight Wood. I'm good with items. Let me take a look at it. I'll modify it, but first we should ask the creator to redraw it. And now we need to draw a new weapon that fires exploding acorns. Every world also has its own unique ammunition type. For the most part, whenever it comes to making the new guns, I'm going to be sticking with the same color ideas, the blue on green, and make some additions as we go through. Essentially, it's supposed to be like the same weapon repurposed anyway, so it makes sense. Again, I tried to make the outline look good and give it some depth, but overall, not much has changed. I still can't tell exactly when sometimes the little blue outline for the drawing field counts and when it doesn't, but who am I to really complain? All these years later, at least. That looks fabulous! I'll start on the modifications right away. Wait, right here. That was quick. Alright, I'm done making the modifications. This acorn blaster is a bit different from the snowshooter. Each acorn will explode in 3 directions shortly after launching. I'll exchange your snowballs for acorns. That's about it. Enter the Twilight Wood and bring us back the night sky. And find Joey. That Rappo is nothing but trouble. The weapon doesn't work exactly as he says, but he gives you the best gist of it. But with that said, let's head over to the forest gate and enter the second world map. You're still here, Heather, I see. And you're still not saying anything. Bartleby, wait! You have to bring Joey back. Promise me. I'm sorry he ran off. I don't know what he was thinking. I do. You silly Rappo. You better not leave me. Oh, it's adorable. But with that, I'm going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 7, we'll be starting off World 2 with the Twilight Wood. And hopefully rescuing Joey, obviously. See you guys then.